Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications as you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in First Chronicles chapter 13, verses 1 through 14. Now, David had asked the captains, the leaders, and the congregation of Israel if it was good for him to move the Ark Covenant into Jerusalem. Now, when we are in charge of something, we may be tempted to go with our own decisions. But a wise leader would listen to the opinions of others. There might be some that have more insight on the subject. And it is an efficient leader will carefully listen to the opinions of others. They will encourage people to give their decisions, to be a part of the decision making, as well as part of the work to make this project successful. Now, David was so excited about moving the Ark Covenant that he began to plan for dancing and singing and instruments of all kinds. But he had forgot to look into the details about how the Ark Covenant needed to be moved. The Ark Covenant was to be moved by the Levites only, and they were to use poles, and they were to carry the Ark Covenant. But we see that even though the Levites and priests were there, that the Ark Covenant was put on a cart, and it was moved with oxen. Now we also see that Uriah had put his hand out to stabilize the Ark Covenant so it wouldn't fall, and it cost him his life. Now, the Bible does not say that Uriah was a Levite. And even though Uriah had good intentions, he was doing the wrong thing. So even with good intentions comes the consequences of our sin. And in this case, Uriah, it cost him his life. Now, once again, we see that David was so excited about moving this Ark Covenant that he failed to look into the details about how it needed to be moved. And I would say today, this is probably similar to when we get so excited about making plans with our friends to meet with them on Saturday for dinner. And the more we think about it, the more excited we get, and we just can't wait. And we decide, I'm going to go on Wednesday night and have dinner with my friends. And you get there and you're eating and you're waiting on your friends, but you're having dinner all alone. And then you begin to think, where are my friends? Do they not care about me? Do they not love me? They can't even show up to have dinner with me like we planned, but it was the wrong day. And sometimes we get to be like that in our life, even with God. We want His blessings, but we don't want the sins. We forget about those. We want God to bless us, and we're so thankful for that, but sometimes we don't thank Him. And then other times our life is in disarray and it is gloomy, and we begin to think, God, where are you? Why aren't you with me? Why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you blessing me? But we have to be very careful that we do not see God and view Him as one-sided. God is not going to give us His blessings alone. We also have to remember that we have to live up to the responsibilities of His demand to be fair, to be righteous, to be honest, and to be justice. May God be with you in everything and every way.